I just finished work, Alice. I'm coming home now. How you feeling? Did you go to the hospital?
Thanks for asking, John. I think I feel a bit better than this morning, but I've got a headache again this evening.
Right. You still don't seem to be recovered. Are you okay?
Feeling a little rough, but not too bad. My doctor saw me and gave me some medicine, so hopefully I'll feel better after this.
Just try to get some rest.
Thanks. I'm sorry I can't help out much with the housework.
Don't you worry. It hasn't been too long since the birth. Why don't you take a break for a bit?
But there's housework to keep on top of, so I don't want to be too idle. I need to take care of Sophie, too.
If it gets too much, my parents will take care of Sophie. Alice, I can do the housework after I come home from work, so you can just sleep as much as you need.
Are you sure, John? Oh, I feel guilty.
You don't need to feel guilty. It's the job of both parents to take care of the child. Your body's weakened from the childbirth. You should focus on recovering. I'll make sure I get home early and help you out.
Thank you. I'm so glad I married you, John.
Alice, this is nothing. I just want to make sure you and Sophie are okay.
You love Sophie so much, don't you?
But she's so cute. Butter wouldn't melt in her mouth.
See, I told you. Sophie is very lucky. Her dad treats her so well.
Really? Isn't this normal?
I don't think many parents would do this much. You have work, too.
On that note, after we get through this busy period at work, I might be able to get paternity leave.
Really? Didn't you say they wanted you to delay it because they needed more people?
The 2 new people who started 2 months ago are very good. I think they'll be fine without me. I asked Ewan, and he said I should be able to take the time off.
That's great. I'll be very happy. It'll be so nice to have you around the house.
Right? We'll get through this busy period soon. So you only have to wait a little longer.
I'm looking forward to it. We'll have a great time together. John, I'm sorry. I need you to do something for me.
What's wrong, Alice? You sound serious. Something happened?
I've been feeling nauseous from this morning, so I went to the hospital.
Oh no, are you okay? Is this food poisoning or something?
No. They examined me and found a brain tumor. I have 1 year to live.
What? You can't be serious.
I wouldn't joke about something like this.
Well, but isn't it all a bit too sudden? You've been going to the hospital all these times, but they're only noticing this now?
I'll tell you the details when you come home, John. But I just thought I was feeling unwell because of the childbirth. So the doctor didn't run any brain scans until now. Nobody thought that I'd have cancer at such a late stage.
Oh, is that how this works?
What's with that reaction? Are you saying that I'm lying? I was told I don't have much time. I even have the diagnosis papers. Why don't you believe me?
I'm sorry, I'm not accusing you, Alice. I'm just having a tough time coming to terms with this because it's so sudden.
I'm the one who's really struggling. I thought after giving birth to Sophie we could have a happy life together. But I won't be able to see her grow up. This couldn't be any worse.
You're right. You're the one that's really going through the most. I'm sorry I said something so insensitive. What should I do from now? What can I do to help you, Alice?
I thought about it. About what I can do for my family. So that's why I said, there's something I want you to do for me.
What is it? I'll do anything, Alice.
I want to get a divorce.
Huh? Divorce? Why?
I think my body is just going to wither away from now on. I don't want you to see me get weaker and weaker. I want you to remember the healthy me, John.
No, I can't do that to you. Let me support you, Alice.
You've got Sophie to take care of, John. You shouldn't be wasting time on me.
What are you saying? I'll look after both you and Sophie. My parents will take care of Sophie sometimes.
I don't want to cause trouble for everyone. Please, forget about me and enjoy the next stage of your life. I'm sure you won't have any trouble finding a lovely new wife, John. Please?
Don't just decide all this on your own. I can't leave you while you're ill, and I can't get remarried so quickly. Of course I can't just throw you away like that.
Please, it's my dying wish to you. Please think of this like what I left to you in my will.
I can't. Even if that's what you want, Alice, I can't agree to this.
I'm sorry to be so selfish. I only had a short time with her, but I was so glad to have Sophie. I know you don't want this, John, but my mind is decided. I'll move out of our house soon. Just take good care of Sophie. I just got to the airport now. This is the last time I'll contact you. I'm sorry. I just think you'll be happier without me.
Yep, thanks for everything.
What's so funny? I had to make a very difficult decision. Why are you being so horrible?
Sorry. I just couldn't hold it in anymore. You're so bad at acting.
Acting? What are you talking about?
The cancer is a lie, isn't it? I checked.
What do you mean? Why would I lie about that? And I showed you the diagnosis papers. That's pretty solid evidence.
Well, the terminal illness in itself wasn't so unbelievable. Sometimes life throws you curveballs. But it's what you said after that. It was just unnatural. I found what you said suspicious, so I investigated.
Investigated? How?
My coworker's wife happens to work at that hospital as a nurse. I got her to check the diagnosis. But there was nothing on your records to say you were terminally ill. So the papers you showed me must have been forged.
How could they have been? It's what my doctor gave me.
Yeah, that doctor of yours is pretty suspicious too.
What's so suspicious about him?
So that's why I researched him too. I found out about him from my coworker's wife and her networks in the hospital.
What? You went sniffing around him so much? How embarrassing.
You're the embarrassing one.
What are you talking about?
You don't know, do you? There's a rumor among the nurses that you and your doctor are having an affair.
What?
When he's examining you, it always takes a long time. Plus, you're often alone together in his room. One nurse even saw you and him together outside of the hospital.
Oh, but that's just a rumor. That's just a misunderstanding. Oh, that's why I hate gossipers.
Well, I thought you would deny it. I've actually checked your phone secretly. There were loads of evidence from texts to photos with you and your affair partner. I've also been having a private investigator checking you from a while back.
A detective? What is this? A soap opera? What, are you serious? You were doing all this behind my back?
Hey, don't bash the PI. She's very professional and good at her job. 2 days ago, you went with that doctor to a hotel, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have photos for proof. You realize you can't just talk your way out of this anymore, right?
No, you're wrong. I'm not lying.
If you were going to lie, you should have made a more convincing one. A terminal illness out of the blue? followed immediately by a request for a divorce? It was all moving way too fast.
But
I'm going to ask you once. Try not to lie to me this time. How long have you been involved in this way with the doctor? Tell me.
we met 2 years ago.
And?
I thought he was a great guy, so I made him my regular doctor. After I kept seeing him as my doctor, I started to have feelings for him. But around that time, I got pregnant with Sophie. So I thought of a way to push the baby onto you and get married to the doctor.
So that's why you faked having cancer? Don't you feel guilty for abandoning your newborn child? Didn't you think about us after you left us?
I didn't think about that. I was just going to pretend you didn't exist after that.
Are you serious? Can't believe how cold you would be to us.
But that's how much I love him.
Whatever. I don't have any feelings for someone who would abandon us in such a calculating way. Let's just divorce and be done with it. But I'll be suing you for emotional damages, and you'll be paying me child support.
Why would I pay you child support? It's fathers who pay child support.
What are you talking about? Child support is what the parent with custody gets. Gender doesn't matter.
Really?
Of course. Isn't it obvious?
But I didn't know that.
You didn't even know that. Oh, whatever. I'm too tired to be angry or surprised anymore. But just know that I'll be getting that money.
Fine, do what you want. I'm going to be marrying a doctor. On his salary, the lawsuit and the child support won't even matter.
I wonder if it'll be so simple. Life doesn't always go so smoothly.
Are you jealous, John? That's why you're saying such horrible things.
You're calling me horrible after all you did? After you tell us such a stupid lie and try to abandon us?
I just thought you'd be hurt if I told you the truth. That's why I did you a kindness.
What kindness? What you did isn't called kindness. Your morals are way off.
Enough. Anyway, I'm leaving you. That's why I tried to show you one last kindness. John, help me. I'm sorry for everything I did. Please, forgive me.
What is it? It's late. I thought I could finally sleep now that Sophie's sleeping.
I apologize for everything I've done. So can you call off the lawsuit?
Huh? Why? I don't want to.
I don't have the money.
You're getting married to that doctor, right? Yesterday you said you don't care what I did, right? It won't even matter on his salary, you said.
But we're not getting married now.
Oh? Why's that? Didn't you leave me to get married to him?
The hospitals found out about the forged diagnosis papers. So he said that we need to stop the affair so he can keep his job.
Oh no, poor you. I guess he left you.
He hasn't left me. I pulled back to save his career.
Nope, sounds to me like he ditched you.
No, that's not it. Anyway, I've got no money, so I won't be able to afford the lawsuit and the child support. So please, back down.
Nope.
Why?
Raising a child as a single parent is tough. The more money I have, the better. Don't think I'll let you get off for free after cheating on me and abandoning us.
Then I've got an idea. Let's forget about the divorce.
Come again?
Then it'll be back to normal for us. If I help with raising the baby, you won't need child support.
Come on, quit joking. You can't just come back from what you did. I won't even let you into the house.
Why not? Aren't you struggling with me gone? It's better for Sophie if her mother is around. It's bad for her to be raised by a single parent. I'm sure she'll be miserable with just her dad raising her.
I'm sure it'll be tough, but it's 100 times better than having an irresponsible mother like you around. I was doing most of the housework before the divorce anyway. Our lives won't really change all that much when you're gone.
That's not true. While you were at work, I looked after Sophie and did all of the housework.
To phrase it another way, I did everything when I was at home. And my parents were looking after Sophie most of the time. You were just sleeping. I did all the cleaning, laundry, and the cooking, too.
I couldn't help it. I was unwell.
Ugh. Knowing what I know now, you feeling ill back then is pretty suspect. I bet you were making that up so you could go see your affair partner.
That wasn't a lie. I really was unwell.
No, I can't trust you. I'm not sure I can trust anything about you. Not that it matters now anyway. Either way, you being around isn't really going to lighten my load.
Look, just give me one more chance. I'll show you that I've changed, and I'll be a good mother. I promise.
I don't care about you anymore. Like you said to me, Alice, I should just forget about you and enjoy the next stage of my life. Goodbye.
Don't ignore me. How can you have this attitude towards your wife when she's in trouble?
It's just karma for what you tried to do to us. Don't you try to play the victim. I'll forget about you. I won't tell Sophie about you. It'll be better for her that way. After that, as I thought, Alice's affair partner left her. Looks like he abandoned Alice to save his own skin. But there was no way he could keep the affair and forged paper secret, so he was fired anyway. I decided to kick him while he was down, so I sued him for a large sum of money for emotional damages. I didn't think it was fair for just the affair partner to get away. Alice was left all alone. She didn't have a job or any money, so she went crying to her parents. But her parents heard from me about what she did, so they turned her away. Alice went to all her friends and relatives begging for money, but nobody wanted to know. Seems like everyone ignored her. I can't help but feel like it was karma at play. I'm raising Sophie as a single parent now, with the support of my parents. Life is full of struggles, but seeing Sophie's face gives me strength. I can't believe Alice would abandon such an adorable baby. I want to raise her with enough love for 2 parents.